Oh, that was a kick. Oh, that had a kick to it. Oh. It's about 10:30 at night. I probably should not be drinking Coke, but gotta have something. A little bit of sugar, even though that's Coke Zero and doesn't have any sugar in it. But you get what I mean. I need a little bit of fizzy to keep me going, push through this. Anyways, what's up, guys? Akai24 back at your screens, and today I want to talk to you about something that I've been meaning to kind of discuss on this channel for a little while. And the thing that I wanted to discuss is I wanted to talk about the tools that I use in my content creation process, like for my content creation, for all of it, like just what I use to make my content, what I use to plan my content, script my content, put my content out there. Like what tools do I use? Because different content creators use different tools. Now, I can't say to you that you guys should be going out and using exactly the same kind of tools, but what I can give is a little bit of advice. So yeah, again, as usual, I'm gonna let that intro, that's what it's called. I'm gonna let that intro play. I'm gonna drink some more Coke, and then we're gonna get to that list. I did say I was gonna have some more Coke, so yeah, I'm gonna get straight to it. So I've got my phone here with my list, because can't remember off the top of my head. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. Just comment down below how old do you think I really am, because I get a mixture of answers whenever I meet people. Let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, I'm gonna split this into 3 categories. Number 1 is editing. And when I say editing, I mean both video editing as well as editing my pictures and stuff like that. Then I've got kind of planning, scheduling. So what I use to plan my stuff, schedule my work, script my work, that category. And then I've got a kind of growth and analytics category. They do overlap a little bit, the planning and growth and analytics. But yeah, then I've got a kind of a separate growth and analytics category, which I use to track my stuff. So to begin with editing, the editing software that I use for videos, so what I edit every single one of my videos on, is DaVinci Resolve. Now, DaVinci Resolve is an absolutely free to use professional level editing software. Now, there are actually 2 versions of this software. There's the absolutely free version, and then there's the studio version, which costs between £250 to £500. The studio version does have additional tools and plugins that can be used to take your content creation to the next level, to take your editing to the next level. I've never needed them. I've never felt the need for them. The only one that I felt the need for ever was noise reduction, because the free version doesn't have noise reduction for video. That's the only one I've ever felt like I needed, but I've gone so far without it. It's not essential. The free version of DaVinci Resolve has absolutely everything you need. It's fantastic. You can do advanced level motion tracking, text tracking, advanced level editing, color grading. You can do all your color grading, very advanced level color grading. I know professional color graders who use DaVinci Resolve. It's by Blackmagic, which is a professional filmmaking company. You know, they make filmmaking gear and stuff. They are the ones who make this software. So it's a really high level pro grade software that you can get for absolutely free. I would highly recommend for any, especially new content creators, to start off with DaVinci Resolve, because it's completely free and it's fantastic. It's a fantastic piece of software, and I use it for all of my editing. So yeah, that's number 1, DaVinci Resolve for editing. Now, the second thing that I use a lot is the Affinity package. Now, what I mean by the Affinity package is I'm talking about Affinity Photo and Affinity Design. Now, I use these 2 primarily for my graphics. And when I say graphics, I mean things like my thumbnails. Primarily my thumbnails. Mainly, I said primarily too many times. Mainly my thumbnails. And Affinity Photo and Design put together is essentially like Photoshop, but you don't pay that monthly subscription fee that you have to pay with the Adobe Photoshop package. It's a buy one time only, and then you get to keep it forever, and you have that license, and it's really, really, really good. I know other creators like Sam Woodhull, who used to be now isn't, used to be the editor for the Alpha Gaming channel, or the Senpai Gaming channel for Harrisella. He uses Affinity a lot, and that's who I got the idea from. It's a great package. It lets you create graphics, you know, text graphics, create thumbnails, really good looking thumbnails, got kind of advanced level features, very similar to Photoshop. It does the job. It's a really good package to look into. It is paid. Like I said, you don't have a free version, but it's definitely cheaper than getting the Adobe package. Now, if you're looking for something similar for free, then GIMP is a very good alternative. It's essentially a free Photoshop, a free version of Photoshop. It might not have as advanced tools as Photoshop, but it's definitely a good alternative, especially being free. If you're willing to spend a little bit of money to get something like Affinity, then it's definitely worth the investment, because one of the things that you want to be doing as a content creator is the money you're making from it, or if you have money, instead of investing it in just tons of unnecessary gear, a good thing to invest it in is things like software and content creation tools, which are going to help take your content creation to that next level. So Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo are two fantastic packages. Now I have both of those and I use both of those quite regularly. The other package, again, this is paid as well, is the Adobe package. I actually also have the Adobe photography package, and that includes Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop, as well as Photoshop Classic. No, Lightroom Classic, sorry, that's wrong. So yeah, Lightroom Classic, Photoshop, and it comes with a whole bunch of mobile tools that you can use. Now, the reason I have that is because, again, I do a lot of professional grade work. Okay, so maybe not for content creation, but for my professional work, the Photoshop package is definitely what I use a lot more for that, because Lightroom, I'm using it almost every day to edit my photos in. But for content creation, Affinity. Everything else, I use Lightroom and Photoshop. So that's pretty much it for kind of editing, really, because that's pretty much all you need. You know, you're going to be editing videos, or you're going to be creating your thumbnails and maybe editing pictures, and the Affinity package and the DaVinci Resolve do the job for that. So that's your editing done. So next up here, I've got the planning. So when I say planning, again, I'm talking about scheduling, planning, scripting, you know, advanced posting, all of that kind of stuff, like all my scheduling and planning content. So I use actually two apps at the moment for that. The first one is what I use for all my YouTube content, and that is a website and an app called ClickUp. Now ClickUp is something I kind of came across by chance, and it's basically this project planning app, web app. Essentially, there is a mobile app for it as well, but it's essentially a project planning web app. Now, if you've got editors and stuff like that as well, or you're a slightly bigger, more fancy YouTuber who's got other people working with you, then you can also give access to other people who have ClickUp. Give them access to your projects, your workspaces, and they'll have access to kind of review it. You can assign things to different people. Anyway, so it's kind of one of those project management tools, but I use it primarily for all my video content, because one of the things that I found was fantastic in this is in the workspaces, you can create a to-do list, and essentially that to-do list is all of your video titles. And in those video titles, you can create sub-checklists, and those sub-checklists can be everything you need to do for that video title. So if I'm going to be creating this, for example, I've got this video, which is my what tools do I use for content creation video, and then underneath that I've got a sub checklist for all the things that I need to do. Whatever it is that you need to do for a particular video, you can add a sub checklist within that video. The other thing you can do is you can script the video within that one place. So you've got the title of your video, and then there is a space for your description, and I essentially just script all my videos in this app, because it's all in one place. That way I don't need to open Notepad, I don't need to open a separate Word document. I script it within the same place. It lets me do everything there. It lets me plan it, lets me put due dates. So if I want to plan out my entire calendar month and which videos are going to come out and when they're going to come out and when I want them to come out, then I can plan that within this app. It's fantastic. It's really, really good, and it's absolutely free. This tool really helps me keep track of what videos I need to make, when I need to make them, when I need to get these done by, when I need to film them by. You know, I can kind of break everything down, script it inside the app, and it's just all there in one place. It's a fantastic app. I'll leave a link to it in the description below, so do check it out. I basically gain nothing from telling you this because there's no affiliate incentive from it. So it's basically me telling you this is a fantastic tool. If you feel like using it, then absolutely by all means. If you have something better, then do pop it in the comments. Let me know if there is something better that you use to help with your content creation. Now, the other thing that I use for my content creation is Later. It's basically for all my other social media. You can basically use it to manage multiple social media accounts. So you can use it to manage your TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Facebook. I think that's the top 5. Twitter. Those are the 6 kind of categories that you can use to manage using this app. So what you can do is you can schedule, post, edit posts, save tags, save descriptions, and yeah, basically just schedule and manage all of your social medias from that one place. It's fantastic. The free version lets you schedule up to 10 posts a month, which if you're on the low end of content creation, you know, you might be posting once a week or 2 times a week, then that's fantastic for you. You know, if that's what does the job for you, it's the basic level, it's free. It does give you that ability to manage those multiple social media accounts in one go, schedule up to 10 posts in advance. The basic package, which comes in, I think about $8 a month, lets you post up to 30 pre-scheduled posts per social media account. Remember when I said the 10, that was per social media account, so 10 for Instagram, 10 for Facebook, 10 for Twitter. This is now 30 advanced auto-scheduled or scheduled posts per social media account. So it's a really good tool if you want to be on top of the game and you've got a whole bunch of content that you want to put up on your Instagram, on your Twitter. You know, you've got advanced tweets, advanced posts that you want to make. You don't want to have to think about every single day going into the app individually and making your posts. You can schedule them all in advance, and that's what I do. I schedule about a week's worth of posts in advance about the same time, and then just let the app do its thing, and then every week I go in and I schedule the next batch, or sometimes I'll do it for 2 weeks in advance, or you know, however much time I get to sit down and do batch scheduling of all my content. So that's a really good app to use. I used to use Hootsuite before, and the free version used to have 30 free posts, just like the basic packaging this has, but they then changed it to, I think it's 5 free posts per month you get, which is a lot less than this does. So I ditched that, switched to later. So again, link will be in the description box. Make sure you check that out. Now, next up is growth and analytics, is what I've got down here. So for YouTube, you've actually got the best thing already. Everybody has access to this. If you're a YouTuber, if you've got a YouTube channel, you've already got access to this. It's YouTube Studio. Everybody has access to YouTube Studio automatically as soon as they open a YouTube channel. This is where you're managing your YouTube channel. And it's probably the best tool for managing your YouTube channel because it gives you very good analytics. It gives you user analytics, engagement analytics. It gives you all the information that you need, all the data that you need to look at. It gives you live view count, it gives you live subscriber count, it tells you everything you need to know. It gives you a list of all of your videos, it gives you a list of your monetization status, you know, how far into monetization you are. Once you're monetized, it gives you a list of how much revenue you're making, where you're making that revenue from, you know, each month, how much you're making. It gives you all of that information. It's a really, really good advanced tool that YouTube have just basically given us for free. You don't need to pay for it at all, absolutely free. I would really recommend using it to its max because looking at the trends of your videos, how well some videos are doing in comparison to others, you know, how they're ranking in terms of the past 10 videos, gives you a good idea of how good some videos are doing in comparison to others, and that lets you make more of those videos, right? So very good tool at your fingertips, absolutely something that I use all the time, something that I'm, you know, it's basically opens as soon as I open my browser because to me it's that important. Now, the other tool that I use for YouTube is TubeBuddy. Now, the reason I use TubeBuddy is there is a free option for using TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy again gives you slightly more analytics, and it kind of acts as a plugin and an overlay to your YouTube channel. Gives you SEO rankings on your video, how well it's doing in SEO, how well your channel is doing in comparison to others. So if you go to somebody else's channel and you've got TubeBuddy plugin installed, then you'll see in comparison to that person's channel how well you're doing. It's a good way of looking at your analytics, just kind of at a glance. And it's also got other additional tools like creating thumbnails. It lets you create thumbnails. So if you don't want to invest in packages like Affinity and still want to make like custom thumbnails, then you can do that with TubeBuddy. Now, there is a free version and a paid version. The paid version has multiple tiers. I'm going to put a link down to TubeBuddy down below. Have a look. It's a really good tool to help you optimize your videos, optimize your video titles, optimize your video thumbnails so that your videos are more searchable, more discoverable, and it's a really good tool to kind of track those kind of things, compare how well a video might do even before you post it. I can do an entire video on this, but other videos like this exist. I might link 1 or 2 of them down below as well. They're really good. They explain what TubeBuddy does, but it's a tool that I use quite often just to check how my video might do in comparison to others. And once again, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. Now, this is an affiliate link, so if you do use it to purchase one of the paid tiers, then I do get a little bit of commission from it. So that helps the channel out massively. So those are my top tools that I use pretty much all the time for my content creation. There's a huge range of tools out there that you can use to make your content creation a lot better, but these are the ones that I found that help me personally with my content creation, with tracking my content creation, with tracking my analytics. These are the ones that I enjoy using the most and I like using the most. And that work best for me. So if you feel like they're going to work for you, then definitely use them. But if you feel that there's something better or something easier that you already use, then do let me know in the comments below, because I'm always up for discovering new things. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative for you and you got something out of it. So if you did like it, make sure you hit that like button, that you know, that thumbs up button on just down below there, that little thumbs up button. Make sure you hit that. Lets me know that you guys enjoyed the video. And if you enjoy my content in general, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, because about 97% of you, and yes, I got this from the analytics in YouTube Studio, 97% of you are not subscribed to my channel. Please hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying my content. I love the fact that you guys are watching my content. I really appreciate every single one of my viewers. And if you want to know when my new videos are coming out, then make sure you hit that notification bell. And until next time, guys, this is Kaya24 signing out. I gotta drink more Coke. I'm really thirsty. Wow. I mean, Coke Zero versus real Coke there's a little bit of a taste difference. It says new taste, but teeny bit of a taste difference. But I drink Coke Zero because apparently it doesn't have any sugar, and sugar's bad for me, and I'm Asian, so I'm going to be diabetic one day in my life anyway, so the less I can avoid that, the better. But I still don't know whether this stuff is good for me or not. Honestly, at this point, I don't really care. I'm going to carry on drinking it. Ah, so good.